Hey guys, it's me again. Today, we're not going to dive into complex green and red candle charts, and I'm not here to lecture you on high-tech algorithms or blockchain jargon. Instead, let's just sit down like brothers, like friends, and have a heart-to-heart talk about that thing we all love to call our savings. I want to ask you something, and be honest with yourself. Do you feel a deep sense of security, maybe even a little bit of pride, when you log into your banking app before bed and see that long string of numbers in your balance? That feeling when you see the interest paid notification for a few dollars and you tell yourself, in this crazy economy, I'm playing it safe. My money is tucked away, earning interest, and it's not going anywhere. To be completely real with you, a few years ago, I was exactly the same way. I was a hardcore fan of the traditional savings account. Every time I worked a long week and had a little extra after the bills were paid, I'd shove it straight into the bank. I had all kinds of accounts: short-term, long-term, high yield, you name it. Every time I saw that balance tick up by a fraction of a percent, I felt this quiet satisfaction. I genuinely believed I was getting wealthier every day. I thought I was building an impenetrable financial fortress that would take care of my kids' college and my own retirement, so I'd never have to be a burden to anyone. But guys, let me tell you, hitting the year 2026 was like a bucket of ice water to the face. When I sat down at my kitchen table, looked at my grocery receipts, and looked at my bank statement, I realized how dangerously naive I had been. I looked at the price of a simple burger that used to be $5, now it's $12 or $15. I looked at that small piece of land I had been eyeing for years, hoping to build a quiet getaway. The price of that land didn't just go up, it skyrocketed. It's now 3 or 4 times higher than the safe money I have sitting in the bank. That's when it hit me. It was a gut punch moment. I realized I wasn't saving wealth, I was standing still while the world's prices sprinted away from me. I was watching my life's work, my sweat, and my late nights literally evaporating in slow motion, and I was completely powerless to stop it. Why am I using words like evaporating and gut punch? Because we need to look past the shiny facade. Think about it this way. A bank is basically a high-end, glass-walled showroom. It's designed to look professional, solid, and completely trustworthy. You bring your money in, a polite person in a suit smiles at you, and they give you a little candy called a 4% or 5% interest rate. On paper, it looks like a win. It feels safe. Who doesn't want their money to make money while they sleep? But behind that glass wall and those polite smiles, there is a silent, invisible, and utterly heartless monster called real inflation. This is the actual speed at which the price of a gallon of gas, a carton of eggs, your monthly utility bills, and your kids' tuition is rising. And believe me, it is not moving at the calm 2% or 3% that the experts on the news like to talk about. If you actually go to the store or pay your rent, you know the truth. The cost of living is screaming ahead at 10%, 15%, or even 20% in some sectors. What does that actually mean for you? It means that even if the number in your bank account is getting slightly bigger, the power of that money, the ability of those dollars to buy food or land or a future, is collapsing. The longer you leave your money in there, the happier the banks are. Why? Because they don't keep your cash in a vault. They move it immediately into real assets, real estate, infrastructure, and massive corporations, things that grow in value 10 times faster than the interest they pay you. Think about it. Why are bank buildings always the tallest, most luxurious skyscrapers in the city center? It's because they are using your time and your energy to build their own empire. When you deposit $50,000, they use that as leverage to invest in assets that will be worth millions in a decade. Meanwhile, 10 years from now, they hand you back your $50,000 plus a tiny bit of interest. But that money can't even buy the foundation of a house anymore. It's the most sophisticated heist in human history, performed by people in silk ties. But it's even deeper than that. Have you noticed how banks have become the gatekeepers of your own hard work? Try going into your branch tomorrow and asking to withdraw $20,000 of your own money in cash. They'll look at you like you're a criminal. They'll ask you for documentation, proof of purpose, and prior notice. They've turned your liquid labor into their private capital. You are effectively asking for permission to use your own life's energy. Seriously, guys, wake up. Don't let digital digits on a screen lull you into a coma while your actual freedom is being harvested and put behind a paywall. So, where is the exit door for regular people like us? What are we supposed to do? Get scared and hide our cash under the mattress where the mice can eat it? No, that's even worse. What we need right now is a financial jailbreak. We need a massive shift in mindset, moving away from holding paper promises and moving toward owning hard assets. And that is exactly why I chose Bitcoin. Bitcoin isn't just another number on a screen controlled by a bank CEO who can decide to print more whenever the system makes a mistake. Bitcoin isn't a currency that can be frozen because of a policy change or administrative review by some bureaucrat you never voted for. No one, no government, no central bank can create more Bitcoin out of thin air. It is digital gold with an absolute, unshakable limit of 21 million coins, period. While the fiat currency in your wallet is being printed like scrap paper, devaluing your labor every hour, Bitcoin maintains its integrity and its absolute scarcity. I'm sharing this with you based on my own blood and tears experiences. I am not telling you to be reckless. I am not telling you to withdraw your entire life savings and gamble it all on Bitcoin tomorrow. Don't ever do that if you haven't taken the time to understand how it works and what it represents. But we have to wake up. We have to start changing. Take a small piece, just a fraction of that dead cash that is rotting away in the bank, and use it to plant your first Bitcoin seeds. Let your money actually work for you. Let it store the value of your hard work so that 10 or 20 years from now, it still has the same punch it has today. Don't spend one more day as a slave to someone else's printing press. We can't change the system, but we absolutely have the right to protect ourselves. Don't wait until you're too old to work, sitting on a porch realizing that your safe savings account, the one you spent 40 years building, barely covers a few months of basic groceries and medicine because the dollar died while you were sleeping. Tonight, I want you to take 5 minutes and do a reality stress test. It's simple, but it might change your life. Look back at how much money you had in the bank 3 or 5 years ago. Ask yourself, how many bags of groceries, how much gold, or how many square feet of real estate could that money buy back then versus right now? If that realization gives you the chills, if it makes you feel a little sick to your stomach like it did to me, then congratulations. You've officially woken up. You finally understand the rules of the game. If this message resonated with you, if it hit that spot of worry you've been feeling but couldn't quite name, then hit that like button. Share this video with your friends, your family, and the people you care about who are still sleeping on a pile of paper currency. Let's help each other find the way out. And don't forget to hit subscribe to Future Freedom 360 so we can keep discussing and learning how to stay safe in this volatile era. Keep your smart money. Don't cling to dead money. Make the decisions today that your future self will thank you for before the monster of inflation swallows the rest. Stay smart, stay sovereign. I'll see you in the next one.